at my pivot plate. Y'all go upstairs because we gonna start. We're gonna go upstairs. Finish texting me, Mika.
When I first
Finish
saw
texting
you,
Mika for me.
I didn't even know your name. You got my attention just the same. Then you walked on by. To my surprise, you were more than meets the eye. So strong with hella style, boy, you blew my mind. I wanna take it slow with you. There's something to find. I see you, wanna meet you. Tell me what I have to do to try to know you better. Oh, handsome, so dashing. Your allure pulls me in. Boy, I'm glad I met you. I adore the way you carry yourself, shining like a star in the sky. Boy, I know you're bound to fly. Maybe touch the highest high. Yet I yearn to learn your thoughts, see what you got in store. But I have to pace myself, a mystery I'll explore. I see you, wanna meet you. Tell me what I have to do to try to know you better. Oh, handsome, so dashing, so dashing. Your allure pulls me in. Boy, I'm glad I met you. Oh, oh, I see you, wanna meet you. Tell me what I have to do to try to know you better. Oh, handsome, so dashing, so dashing, so dashing. Your allure pulls me in. Boy, I'm glad I met you. I see you, wanna meet you. Tell me what I have to do to try to know you better. Oh, handsome, so dashing. Your allure pulls me in. Boy, I'm glad I met you.
All right, we're going to get this started. I'm Jerry Thompson. I am the host of the Pivot Play podcast. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to get myself together here because I'm not just the host, I'm also the producer, the mixer, do everything. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. I know people are going to be coming on. As you do, I'm asking you to like and share. Please like and share. But really looking forward to this episode tonight because we have our guest host who I'll be turning most of this over to in the person of my friend, my good friend, my best friend, Dana L. Moore is here with us. She's in the green room, has not yet passed out from nervousness, but so she'll be on here in just a, she'll be on here in just a second. So we got to level set this. Again, like and share. You know what? Let me get through all the housekeeping stuff first, and then we can just get into this. I don't want to mess this up. All right. So for those of you who don't have any of your live free gear, please go to www.livefreeinspirations.com. You can get the mugs, you get the jackets, you get the hoodies, you get the sweatshirts, all that wonderful stuff. If you don't know anything about those things, it's because that means you probably have not read my book yet, which I don't know why. Principles of the Live Free Lifestyle. You can find it on Amazon. Go check it out. Read the sample chapter, look at the reviews, all that sort of stuff. But I encourage you to take a look at that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I was supposed to? Oh, yeah. All right, a couple other things. Um, I got to keep talking about this. This website, www.oralguardian.com. It's a free sort of like a cost calculator, if you will. Kind of tells you what you could be doing with your money. So if you're considering making a new purchase, either one time or something that would be recurring, like a gym membership or signing up for something that you're going to pay monthly, this free tool just helps you understand what else you could be doing with that money, what it could turn to, and we show you that against 9 different investment vehicles, estimating out the value of what that could become over time. So the $500 you spend a day, what would that be against these different values, these different vehicles in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? So it's completely free. And there's also some great articles out there. What's up, Abronia? I see my sister Pam is on. But there's some great articles out there. Some of those articles may or may not be chapters in my next book or one of my next books, um, the Live Free Financial Blueprint. All right. So I want you to have that information again. It is free. And then super excited that my partner and I have launched this application. So I think some of you know I left corporate, started a tech company called Optivist Business Solutions. And we built this platform called Alter Daily. So Alter Daily is really does 2 things primarily. It is about spiritual connection up and then about community. So to the sides of us. I'm not going to say a lot about it. It is up, it's live, but it's something we really thought is important. The other stuff we do is like super business and super tech. This one we figured that just humanity could get value from Alter Daily. So I'm going to ask you to avail yourself to go check it out and see what you think. So with that, I am going to go ahead and bring in um, my best friend so we can get to this really interesting, this very interesting topic. I think I got you muted. Let me unmute you first and then I'll bring you in here. Dana. Or can I call you Danya, the name you hate in front of everybody? All
We're
right.
starting
So
already.
I've already heard from the NAACP, I've heard from the FCC, I've heard from the SEC saying keep it, don't let it get
Keep
out
it
of
clean.
control. Don't let it get out of control. So, but before we get
It,
into this, can we really quickly? No, first of all, go ahead. Say hello to everybody. I'm doing too much already.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dana Moore. I have the privilege and honor, depending on what the day is,
Hmm.
of of being this gentleman's best friend,
Hmm.
and it's not for the weak at times.
And
It's,
I can believe that. But and so
yes,
we
it's
want to have
not.
this conversation, and I do want at some point we got to talk about that whole Super Bowl thing. We don't
Okay,
have to start there, but we can get to that. But I do want to go ahead and dive in because the time will go really fast. I see we have a bunch of people on. So again, if you're on, please like, please share. All right, let's get into where do you want to start? Because you're kind of in control of
okay.
this.
So let's begin at the beginning, the genesis of
Okay.
how I came to know you. I
Okay.
met you. I was doing some math. I told you recently. Um, 1997. You were at 8th Street Baptist Church, now known as the Resurrection Center. You
Or
were
as
a
I call it,
musician. You were
the
playing.
crucifixion center. But anyway, now
There
I'm
you
just gonna
go.
ask, can I just so this is gonna be hard because we've been friends for so long that there are no filters, there's no
No,
fuse, there's no holdback, there's at times compassion, sometimes empathy. So letting
hmm
people in on these reckless conversations that we have.
absolutely.
But anyway, so go back to the gym. So talk about how this came to be, because my story is going to be very different than yours.
Is it okay? Well, that's where I met you. Um, at the Resurrection Center, well, 8th Street. Then you were a musician. You would play a few times a month. I can't tell you when it morphed into what it is now. I have no idea.
Yeah, neither do I. That's the piece
Um,
I was trying to
yeah, there's
figure
no,
out. Oh wait,
yeah,
Pam just said let's play Scrabble. Um,
absolutely not. Not on this Beyonce's internet. Are you kidding me?
so
That's not
anyway,
for
so
everybody.
let's get to that. And so that's the thing. So let me just say this, because I know that for a lot of people this is taboo. And I also don't
Absolutely.
want to make it sound like this is for everybody, because I don't think everybody's capable of this,
Mm,
right?
absolutely.
Um, and there is as many arguments for as there are arguments against, right? Can men and women, male and female, boys and girls be friends? Can they be best friends, right? Because the
hmm
typical um well, I don't want to jump the bridge here and speak for people, but you all have the chat. So if you have opinions and thoughts on this,
hmm
but again, so you said 1997, don't make me do math. Is that 29 years?
Yes.
Holy underwear. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yep.
Do I get time off for good behavior? That's a long time.
It is. It is. It is.
Okay.
Um,
So
but
we've
I
seen a
think
lot.
they. I.
So we've seen a lot of each other's lives,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I think things kind of morphed into. I can tell you. I was thinking about it today, and I remember the date because it was very significant.
Uh-oh.
September 11th, 2001.
Holy cannoli. Okay.
Okay. It was my second day at the job at ING Direct. And the obvious happened. And I remember we were dismissed from work. And I walked to the train station because the building was across the street from the train station. And I called you because I knew you were traveling. And you good? Planes is dropping, all hell is breaking loose. And you were like, yeah, I'm trying to get a car because
Hmm.
I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. No. No.
And I
Fact.
believe,
So go finish your statement, and I think that's important to what you just said, though.
and I recall because things were very challenging in your first marriage.
Are you being
Um,
gentle? Okay. That's no. That's fine. No.
well,
This
yeah,
is.
well, it was, and I remember
It
you
was a
saying to
goddamn
me,
shipwreck, is what it was. Let's keep it a buck. That
"Yeah,
thing,
okay, well,
that ship was taking on water like the Titanic. Let's keep it a buck.
yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad,
But here's
and
the thing that's important there, though. I think for me, because I didn't remember. I remember that. I remember where I was because I was traveling. I was in Minneapolis at the
hmm
time. And the hotel that we were in was across the street from the Mall of America. Which people remember the
hmm
story. That is where the president landed, right? That's where that plane
hmm
came down, right? When all the stuff was going on. And then it was believed that the Mall of America could be a target as well, just because of what it is, right? So we're
hmm
literally across the street from there. It was, that was crazy. So I think that probably what stood out to me then was just the consideration of being thought about, right?
hmm
Because there were some other phone calls that I was hoping to get, I didn't get, right?
You're
And
right.
so if you think about what makes relationships sticky, right? What makes them
Hmm.
go, right? And so you want to walk forward, or you want me to take the next step? Because I kind of
Go ahead.
fast forward to something different. And
Okay.
so at the time that our friendship was cemented, I was going through a divorce, right? The separation
Hmm.
first, but that followed pretty quickly after. And you were about to have your first child. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
are
I
you
was.
really gonna freeze up on me? Is this what you're gonna do? You really gonna come on here and freeze up?
Listen,
Is this what we're gonna do? What are you in a coal
Beyonce's
mine or
internet.
something? Where are
You
you?
started it.
Where?
I'm in the basement. I
Oh,
was trying to ignore
Jesus.
it. I thought it was you.
No,
And
it's not.
we did a sound checks.
Right. So wait a minute. Yeah, can everyone else can see this, right? I'm Jesus. We talked about this. Oh,
Should have had that sangria.
it's not too late. It's passion fruit
Anyway,
too. It's really good. But no, but seriously, so I think that so are we or were we is that now I guess would they call that trauma bonding? Is that what we did? Is that what happened? It was trauma bonding.
I would probably a form of it, yeah.
Okay.
But it was
Um
challenging at times because of the divorce was so War of the Roses.
that it
There were
was.
times where I would literally, and I've told you this several times. You would call me, and I would look at the phone. I'm like, I just don't have the bandwidth. I can't do this shit right now.
I was on one. I was on one a lot of days. I was on
One,
one.
two,
I
three.
was on one.
You was on
I
one,
was but I mean, and so
and I
let me
would
just say this.
say, what you said, but I won't say that because I want to protect.
Again, the FCC, the NAACP, everybody that spoke up said keep this under some sort of control. Don't let it get too
Okay.
crazy. But when I say there was no filter, but this is the dynamic, and I think this is why. So first of all, going through what I was going through, I needed a sounding board, right?
Hmm.
That was because you just gotta let. If I didn't let it out, somebody was probably gonna get hurt. Let's just keep it like
Hmm.
this is. But for people in the audience, this is what you all don't understand. And all of us at this ripe age have seen relationships fall apart. We've seen divorces. What I learned going through that is one of the reasons why that happens is that men and women attach these attack this issue from very different perspectives. So going through the process, this is my opinion, is that men for us, what we earn, what we bring in, like those are our trophies, right? We don't go out
Hmm.
and hunt buffalo and all that sort of stuff. So what we earn and what we bring home, those are our trophies, right? That for us, that gives us meaning, the fact that we're able to do that. Well, then when you go through that, so women approach it from the standpoint of entitlement. This is what I have coming to me. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to do this. And men feel that something is being taken from them. So in that,
Hmm.
we get this. Like those are two different sides of the same coin that are very hard to bring together. And then my other belief is this: at any point in time in a situation like that, you have one sane person and you have one crazy person. And then boom. So we have all kinds of reasons. So some of the phone calls that you got, and I didn't realize that I had kind of worn out my welcome pretty much as a friend until after. But it was just, but the thing is, you were there for me. But then at the same
Hmm.
token, while yours was not as volatile, it was certainly emotional what you were going through, right? See, I
Yeah.
can't even tell
Yeah.
if she's on here
Absolutely.
because she's frozen. Oh my God. Are
I'm
are
on
you
here.
is this subterranean? Where the hell are you? Where are you?
I'm in the basement. I'm at my mom's house. This is the quietest space. I couldn't be at the house because the dopest dog on North Side would be on one.
We're gonna make it work. Just keep the voice, just keep the
We
audio
are.
going. But think about what you were going through too at that time, right?
Exactly. Hmm.
Um, and then I think after that we just kind of rode the wave, right? I mean, but
Yeah.
let's talk about this other part too. People did not know that we were friends like that.
You're right.
Talk about it.
You're right. And I
Talk
think
about how
because
you
at
was
that
ashamed
point,
of me for like 10 years.
it wasn't that I was ashamed of you. Is it was at that point in my life, I cared about what people thought, and because the dynamics of male and female being best friends is because surely they're fucking. You're not gay. you
Far from
know,
it.
I remember somebody asked me, "Well, is he gay?" No, he's very very much heterosexual.
Very.
Um, and
And in
when
between the
he
marriage and the second marriage, the interviews, mwah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. The applications were coming in. What was I supposed to do?
the candidates were, yeah, they were
The,
coming in
the
heavy.
candidates for baptism coming in through
Yeah.
the laying on of hands.
Oh, gee. Yeah, this is raw. This is what it is.
This is every day. It's worse than this.
Yeah, this is my jeans. Anyway, but so I cared about what the perception of it was. You know what I
Right.
mean? And um so when I would say, blah blah, this is my best friend, blah, those questions and speculations and those came out, and so I just said, bump it. I'll just keep it close to the vest, and I did for a long time.
For a long I
But
think it was 10
now,
years. I think it was 10 years.
I that's probably fair.
It's probably 10
That's
years.
probably fair.
Now look at this. Now she sound like Max Headroom. What is going on here? Whatever you
I don't
said,
know.
no one heard. No one heard that. No one heard that. Phones going off. We had this. No one. That is you on that side with the phone going off, right? There's like 20
Yeah,
people on here right now, and you like an old 70s sitcom. It's going on. And you was going to turn the
I've
phone
been better off
off.
staying at my home.
You was
I
going to turn the phone off. You didn't.
I unplugged it, but apparently, it's a cordless phone. You want me to get up? What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Let's just lean with it and rock
Let's
with it.
just we're
Let's
going we're
pretend
going
this
to go
never
with it.
happened.
No, that we're not going to do, because you and I've never had a guest come on this early. You were on here a half hour earlier, and it was fine. Somebody said they thought you was praying.
I was praying.
You sound
Who
like
said
Max
that?
Headroom. Probably Pam.
Oh,
So, so we're all right. Let's get back to it, because this is important. Because again, what we've done, and I think people have to understand, right? Like at this point, like you like part of the family now.
hmm,
You see what I'm saying? Like your kids have known me from the time that they hit the planet, right? Then we have Asaya and Brooklyn are very much close to the same age. I think Brooklyn's 1 year older,
they're 1 year.
right?
Yeah, she's they're
Hmm.
1 year apart.
Right. So I mean, so at this point, it is what it is, right? And here's the things that
Hmm.
would surprise people. Like when we moved to St. Louis, you were actually the first person that was in St. Louis, because you just happened to be there on business,
I sure was. Yeah.
right? You happened to be there on
Yep.
business. I think I had just gotten there that week, the same week I had just
Yeah.
arrived there. So it was probably
Hmm.
just me and Nikelia. And so that's what I'm saying. So I think that there are these pivotal times where you showed up, right? And I think
Hmm.
a lot of friendship is you got to show the hell up. And I think
Hmm.
that the term friendship is just given out way too easily anymore. It's applied to
Oh
everything and
yeah.
everybody, right? But I do not believe that you have a friendship until it's been tested,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
And until it's been tested. So the thing is, though, we never had issues with our friendship per se, but we both had our challenges in our personal lives, right?
Yeah.
Like we've never really gone at it, right? I'm
Mm-mm.
sure some days I have really pissed you off. And I know certainly some days I just want to just throw just, but because you just be on some stuff sometimes. But again, but until you've been through something, because a lot of people thought that they had a
Hmm.
friend until life showed up.
Right, right.
Life shows up and then the friends are gone. Or, and here's the other thing that made it important for me with our friendship is that going through the divorce, it's like you know that there's going to be a separation of property, right? There's a property
Mhm.
settlement. There's an agreement there. I didn't know about the dividing up of friends and associates. I didn't know anything about that. And so
Mhm.
there were people who chose sides because they felt that that's what they were supposed to do. I think the
Mhm.
other thing that I saw was people who then avoided me, right? Married couples, because then they look at the person getting divorced like, you got a cold. If I'm around you, I'm going to catch it too, right?
Right, right, right.
So I want to say things about them. Punk ass these. I'm just
Don't don't do it. It ain't
no,
worth
but
it.
the thing is, but again, adversity is what proves friendship, right?
Mhm.
And if it's anything, you have definitely been through it because first of all, there's nothing easy about my life anyway. No
Mhm.
aspect of it, right? So think about just so people know, think about some of the milestones in my life, things that I've been through, changes, not just bad things. I mean, going back to school, I mean, there's been a lot of things that you've seen
You've done
this
a lot.
roller
You
coaster.
you you went through cancer.
Oh yeah,
Um, you don't forget about that. Going back to school and getting 15 degrees in a short period of time, what, 18 months, something like that. You're
2 degrees, two
constantly,
years. That's the easy math.
I'm sorry.
2 degrees in 2 years. That's the easy math.
Okay. All right.
But go
Yeah.
ahead, finish.
Um, you know, um, Relocating to St. Louis, that was a big adjustment because everything that you do is quick, and what I've learned about you is when you don't use words loosely. Like this with this current transition now.
Hmm.
Um, October, we're in February.
Hmm.
Things are moving
Things are moving.
quickly.
Hmm.
And yeah, Pam, things are moving quickly.
All right. Uh-oh. My
And
mother's on my mama's on here now. Don't worry.
Miss P's on there.
She's like 88. She can't hear nothing we saying. She try to
Yes,
read our
she
lips.
can. Leave that lady alone. That woman birthed you. But just the different changes, that you've gone through. Leaving corporate America, starting, your own tech company. You're constantly moving. And when I talk to you, because we talk a few times a day,
Usually.
and
Yeah.
yeah, we don't like we break up.
We didn't hear a
I
thing you
think I
just said.
froze.
You
Okay, well,
froze.
I think I froze.
Is it your
But
feelings
yeah,
or
we
something that's
talk.
throwing it off? Like what's going on here? What is this? What changed? Is your mother up there just flicking through TV stations or something? Sandy?
Who knows?
Sandy.
She's upstairs.
I know. Turn off the TV and come sit on the steps, Mama, so we can preserve the bandwidth. We're having some issues with the bandwidth, but but seriously though, that's got to be tough to track, right? But at the same
Mhm.
token, I remember when you started Brown Sugar, right?
Mhm.
In that
Mhm.
tiny little apartment, right? Making
Mhm.
it work, and then when you bought your first house, and then continuing to grow
Mhm.
that business. Um, and again, let me throw in some of the points of reality here. I think that the good thing, other than not making our friendship hugely publicly known, you are never a secret in my household.
Right. Right.
You see
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like just before the
Mhm.
show, like I got up, Dion sitting here, you guys are talking like
Mhm.
you're very much like part of the family. So you've been to our house in St. Louis. You're probably one of the first people to come to Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
I'm sure you'll be one of the first people to come to Panama at some point. I mean, so you're just
Mhm.
like part of it, right? And it's kind of
Mhm. Mhm.
interesting because you're the only, aside from my sisters or my mother, I don't think there's another female that's calling me at 10 or 10:30 at night, and I'm always like,
Right. Right.
it's probably Dana, just answer the phone. You know what I mean? Like it's just you,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
thing. And so
Mhm.
let's talk about the other side of it, right? Because we again, there's no secrets here, right? There's nothing
Right.
between us, romantic or sexual, never has
Mhm.
been. But we do
Right.
know that a lot of people who say that they're friends, somebody just waiting in the cut for a weak moment. You see what I'm,
Right.
you know
Right.
what I'm saying, right? And
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
really a legitimate friendship. It's just biding their time, right?
Right.
Waiting
Right.
for. But here's the crazy thing: we've had so many ups, all of us, right? We've had so many ups and downs. That's just not what our relationship
Mhm.
is. So I think
Mhm.
that's important for people to understand, because I think some people. I don't think everybody can do what we've done. I just don't.
Absolutely not. And I know people that they can't because it's just like for me, it's like what works in a relationship, a marriage. I'm just using marriage hypothetically. There's no cookie cutter situation for this.
Right.
Everyone doesn't have the maturity for it, the self esteem, the security in themselves
Hmm.
to understand it. Because I've had people say, "Yeah, like I don't know if my husband." And actually today a friend of mine said to me, what happens when you get married? You know, so
It's a good question.
yeah,
And here's this is honestly my opinion of what happens when you get married. Again, nothing's ever been a secret. And depending
hmm
on, I mean, you got to figure at this stage, right? We're not in our 20s, 30s, or 40s, right? So you
right.
hope that it's somebody mature who has lived some life. But I could
hmm
have a conversation with with your mate, your soon to be mate, sitting right next to Dion. It's like, look, this is just what this is. But if they were
hmm
insecure in any way, for the sake of your future and happiness, I want to back off. But I also be
hmm
like, dude, I know things you need to know. Right? You want to keep me as a resource. I know things you need to know. You're going to see some stuff. You're not going to know what you want.
Touche.
I know exactly what you're. I'm going to tell you how you can get through this. Like I would be your best friend going through this as well. In the same way, like I said, when you've come here, like you and Dion go off and do your thing. I can go do something else. Like it's just
hmm
not. And then
hmm
and people have to understand it. So it's everything has to be in the open. Yeah, but I think yeah, if it came to that,
But
I would
I
be able to
I
I would
just
be
thought
able to
about
step off.
something. I do remember when you and Dion got married because we would have these late night conversations and it was unspoken, but that paused.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I can't call you 12 o'clock at night crying about whatever.
hmm.
You know, because you're in this new situation, and unless I'm dying, you know,
Fair enough.
let's not do that.
Yeah, yeah, no, no,
So
fair
it was
enough.
just yeah, it was just an unspoken, just that, just for my peace of mind, so to speak.
Yeah, and so the idiosyncrasies of it, because we have a lot in common. I think one of the things we have in common is our sense of humor,
Mhm.
right? Like it's always something being said that's funny,
Mhm.
even
Yeah,
even if it's sad, even
and
if it's
inappropriate.
bad, if it is highly inappropriate. But I'm a
Mhm.
very visual person with a very dark sense of humor, right? And it
Mhm.
just is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
if and so again, if you have someone that you call a friend and you have to constantly censor yourself with them, that's not your friend.
Right.
Right. Because
Right.
I wouldn't get anything out of we having these conversations. Like, although, lately we've been talking about the older you've gotten, the more of a pearl clutcher you have become. We have that conversation quite often lately. I'm like, something has shifted
It's
again.
a
I don't know if this is
perimenopause.
I'm peri,
It's a
pre,
perimenopause.
post, poster. I don't know all the different versions of menopause. You're experiencing at least two of them, and
Yeah.
it's like, it's like, oh, so I think we're moving to the less fun, because there's some stuff
No.
I'm just shocked at the stuff that I say that you're shocked. I'm like, do you remember the thing I said like 2, 3 months? Like some of the stuff is out there, and like now you're like, oh, I can't believe you said that.
I'm going
Is
through
that what it
changes.
is? Huh?
Yeah, it's the perimenopause. It's a symptom that they haven't. It's on there. The list is very
I'm not
vast.
listening to you. Okay. I see other women on here. Can y'all help me? Is that a thing where y'all just is this a thing y'all? I'm looking at the comments now where y'all just can't.
Oh Lord.
You just get more sensitive. You more sensitive. You more. What is it? Sensitivity? Is it shock? What is
I don't know
happening
what it is, but
biochemically with you now?
I don't know. Look it up. Ask
Because here you are,
Chat
and I'm gonna say
GPT.
two other things that are happening to you.
And what is that?
Remember we used to do word of the day.
Oh, I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead,
it.
say it.
Fuck you. This is how we talk. So listen,
Can you explain to
I
them
don't
where
know if
word of the
people
day came
understand.
from?
We haven't had word of the day in a while.
Because we also learned that now after a certain hour, words are not your friend.
No, they're not.
Pronunciation and enunciation are not your friend. I can
Mm-mm.
tell after a certain hour, it's just time to let this conversation go because words are not being formed. Which was also,
In
we were
complete
well past the
sentences.
bewitching hour the last time we played Scrabble.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. That was a bloodbath.
Listen.
But
The
anyway,
first
talk
one,
about word of the day. Let's talk about word of the day.
word of the day is this man is you're probably one of the smartest men I know. Person. All right. I give you that. You are smart. So Tony will say a word. Let me just tell you how it says Jerry A. Thompson. I know Tony.
Hmm.
Tony's there's I know Tony, I know Jerry. I've seen corporate Jerry. Corporate Jerry's an asshole. Um then we got Antonio. We have all sorts of names. So I have to remind myself when I'm out and about, people know you by different names and it throws me off.
Hmm.
I'll say, "Oh, Tony." They're like, "Oh, I don't know who." Well, that's Jerry. Anyway, but word of the day came from um Tony would use a word, and I'm not the type to. I used to do it, but I would, you pretend like you know what word means, but you really don't know. But you kind of figure it out, and depending on the context of which it's used in. So that's how word of the day began, and he'll spell it, and that's word of the day. But we haven't had word of the day in quite some time.
We haven't had word of the day in a while. I thought you were getting offended by word of the day sometimes. So I
I
just wanted
wasn't
to help.
getting offended. I was just like, nigga, I ain't that dumb. Like shit.
I don't try to impress. I'm not certainly not trying to impress you with language. It's
Hmm
it's the way I
You
speak.
use $25 words.
Yeah. So,
The average
so
person. But see,
what?
one thing what I enjoy most about our dialogues, and you get a sneak peek of it, is our conversations are very fluid,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh, through
they may be
everything,
short, like
everything.
yeah, yeah, we're gonna cover the spectrum. Everything's gonna be covered, and then it's like, all right, talk to you later, bye,
All right.
in
All right.
20 minutes. So
So let
if
me
the
say this.
FBI is listening,
Oh, it's a wrap.
they're
Yeah.
like they're
They
so
couldn't follow it.
confused.
They would think it's some crazy
No,
decoded messages. So wait a minute. So
yeah.
Abronia says she says right. I know Tony. I didn't know he was Jerry until Facebook. I think I almost cussed him out when his friend requested me.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just say this. So in a serious point, and this is the issue. So I remember actually back at my uncle's church back in the day in Germantown. Like they kept the 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 men and women, the boys and girls separated. Right?
hmm
That was a real thing. And I remember that even like at New Jerusalem, it's like don't let the men and the women. I'm like, oh, and now this is late '80s going into the '90s. So I don't know why y'all want to
hmm
corral a bunch of men together because y'all got as much going on with these men that y'all got going. Like, come on now, this whole thing of trying to keep people apart is just this is ridiculous what you're doing. And
Oh,
so I
you
think
going
for
there?
me, I'm going all the way there because I always felt that it was ridiculous because
Hmm
y'all corralling all these women together. Do you know what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? Over here with Scissor Fest, and then you got You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so if that's a solution, that's not a solution. That's
Mm-hmm.
not an answer to anything. I think it's ridiculous. It's crazy. It makes no sense to me. So I pushed back against that then.
Yeah,
But I
you
think
did.
the clarity, here's the clarity that I have, right? And I'm asking people in the chat, right? So we are three things, right? We are body, we are soul, we are spirit, right? Here's a question for the chat and for you. Does your spirit have a gender?
Mm.
I'll wait. Put it in the
Mm.
chat. See, Pam said you was clutching. But no, does your
I
spirit have a
wasn't clutching.
gender? That's what I'm just telling you what the chat said. Chat said you was clutching.
We've
Y'all
had this
answer me in the
conversation.
chat. I know we have, but does your spirit have a gender, people? I hope you know by now. Some of y'all over 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm waiting. I got to wait. The comments don't come instantly. So I'm waiting to see them in the chat.
Okay.
Mark Deja is on here when you call me an a-hole from four. No, but this is important, right? All right. So I knew a brony would be the brave one. So here's the thing. As best we understand from any of a lot of us came up in the same schools of thought.
Right.
So if your spirit has no gender, then what are we really talking about here? Right? Like, what are we seriously talking about? And so for me, some of my female friends have been such an amazing gift to my life that I'm like, without them, I, what would I have had? And so my thing is, I'm not going to dismiss someone from my life because of the skin that they showed up in.
Mm.
I'm not going to
That's
do that.
good. That's
Right
good.
now, some people have done that.
Mm-hmm.
They get together, they get married. This is my best friend. That's great. I am so multifaceted, and there's so many things that are happening. Like, and one of the
Mm-hmm.
great benefits that I get from you is I get to get a female's perspective on things,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa, right? We've had a lot of those.
Right.
So, what is he thinking? What do we think? I'm saying, well, let's talk about what
Mm-hmm.
that could be. And if
Right.
you have someone that really wants the best for you, they have some level of, they're informed to some degree, they're mature to
Mm-hmm.
some degree, then that's a great asset. Why would you want to dismiss that from your life? That makes no sense to me.
That's
That
true.
makes absolutely no sense. And I'm listening to see what anybody else says in here. Yep. Okay, so this says gender is physical, spirit is eternal, gender is part of our earthly physical design, male and female bodies. The spirit is breathed by God and is not limited by physical traits. So this is what I'm saying. So to me, I have to break it down to the brass tacks of what it is, right? And that doesn't say that, sexuality isn't a thing. It doesn't say that attraction is not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
that we're just fortunate in this situation that has never encumbered our friendship, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
never been that. And again, I could imagine other situations where that's a whole lie, right? Just like people with their work wives and their work husbands. That's a whole like there's oftentimes something else that's going on there, right? Emotionally
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
one party
Yeah.
or the other, and sometimes both parties. That's just not what this is. So I didn't want to have
Right.
this conversation to make people think that anybody could do this, right? But I do
Right.
believe
Right.
that we have been a gift to each other's lives, and now it's just till the wheels fall off because I can't even like what would be the disagreement that could break our bond of friendship. I mean, at this point, now you're friends with my sisters too. This is, I mean,
If I ran the tapes that I got, if I dropped the files.
so let's talk about day of death responsibilities, right?
Oh
Things
yeah.
that
Oh
are
yeah.
supposed
Yeah.
to happen.
Let it needs to go on the official record. We've talked about it.
We have talked about it. What do you need to
Yeah.
go get and what you need to go destroy? Absolutely. Right. And
Okay.
also at my funeral, you get a hot 20, right?
Hot
It's a
20.
totally hot mic. And do you remember do you know what the instruction, what are you supposed to do if
To
I
tell
if I go
everybody how
before
you
you?
really feel.
Tell
Tell
them
everybody how you really felt.
everything. Tell them everything. Tell them everything.
Tell them everything.
One is because you do comedy, so I think it's going to be funny if you can get past the shock factor, right? And
Hmm.
so for that reason, my funeral cannot be at anybody's church. That can't happen,
Okay.
right? It needs to be
Yeah.
like out in the open. It can be outside. Don't make it one of them
A
halls.
funeral hall.
They always seem like I don't like that. Hmm?
A funeral. You can have it at a funeral home.
It's gonna be too many people.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Club,
See how many other friends I have left by then.
cigar lounge.
But you do get a hot 20 though.
Okay.
That was I given the same license?
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't. Okay. All right.
But mine's gonna be at the church, so
It's
I
gonna
need you
be
to
what it's
sing
gonna
"Live."
be.
I need you to sing
Clean heart.
"Clean Heart" and "Look Up and See Jesus."
Okay, I got that.
And I need you to sing
Whoa, whoa! You
no,
need a
oh no, I'm
contract.
not
You add
done.
another song, you're gonna need a contract.
No, 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 nigga, no. Can't you see the clouds are gathering? The wrong way.
All
Milton
right, so this is
Brunson,
this
bring
is
that
not
out.
this is not fair to y'all. Okay, so what I'm going to try to say. What else did you have in your outline that we need? I want to make sure we cover what you had for us to
No, just
cover.
keep flowing. We good. We good.
I just want to make sure we get to it all because you had some good stuff in here. Because we never really defined friendship. We talk about social
Oh yeah, we.
norms,
Hmm.
pros and cons. So what's the con of us being best friends? I know I can say what the pros are. What are the cons? I have one right at the tip of my tongue, but I'm gonna let you speak first.
I can't think of one. I'm being honest.
I
Okay,
got one.
what's
You
the
just ain't
con?
saying it. So I think he says I'm envious. This is Mark. I love Mark, man. Dude, I still have my pen. I'll forever have that pen. Hope you both here. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome, Mark. Is one of the cons is that because we are friends, I have to allow you your space in how you do everything, right?
Hmm.
I don't like how you do everything. Right? I would certainly some things from
Hmm.
a parenting perspective I would do different. Some things in work I would do
Hmm.
different. Some things in your business I would like. First thing I'm like, how are we gonna scale this? You know,
Hmm.
like you're doing your
I
little
know.
thing. I'm like, how are we gonna scale this? I don't think that anything that could be big should remain small, right? And I'm like, how are you gonna have me as your friend and stay small? Like that's what's that about? That's not what we do.
Come on.
I cannot believe that you are on an AOL dial-up line. Can y'all see this? She will never live this down. And this episode is going to be chopped up. I'm going to specifically make clips of her being frozen. I'm going to specifically put those out. I didn't know you were doing this from a dial-up line. We talked about this. I just didn't know
It's
that's
not a
what we were doing.
dial-up line.
Oh, hold up. So, Lisa, girl, you wrote so much. Hold on one second. I have to read this whole paragraph. I got to read it now. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we met at Lincoln. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Robert Jenkins, we have experience, life experience. I know. There you go. I always believe in men and women can have genuine platonic relationships if they allow themselves. I would love to extend my friendship circle to include more males. Right. Listen, it's such a crazy world out here now.
Hmm.
Like if for any reason I was single today, right? I need a friend like you because I wouldn't even know what I'm looking at.
Hmm.
The game has changed so much. I mean, I'm gonna filter that through the heads of a bunch of dizzy dudes that I know. That ain't gonna happen. I
Hmm.
want to I want a balanced approach to what this means. And so through all these stages, right? So now if you go back that long, what was happening, in our late 20s, going into our 30s, and then what's happening in our 40s, was like those are all very pivotal, monumental things. And I think one
Hmm.
of the biggest I certainly believe this for a lot of women. I'm just going to say it because I would say this to you if we were talking. I think one of the biggest disadvantages that women have is y'all spend all your time talking to each other, and sometimes y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about. Right? You need a mature man to at least give you a perspective. We don't have to tell you what it is. I'm not telling you the truth. but can you just at least let in another perspective? If it's
It's just
just
a
you and
male
your
perspective.
girlfriends, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, male perspective is always necessary, but a
Yeah, but the
mature
Blue
male.
Planet group, y'all don't invite guys to your. When do
Oh, now
y'all
you
invite a guy in?
the
What's the
blue
name of the
panty.
group?
Okay, I think they're on there too.
Are y'all on? I
They're
won't ever
on
be able to
there.
go back to Delaware. Are y'all on here, Blue Panty Group? Are you here?
They're not the
Who?
blue panty group. The
What's the
posse.
name of it?
It's the
Don't say it.
PPP posse. But
Okay,
I'm not
thank
going
you.
to tell you what it stands for.
I don't want to know. Hey, Riri.
You know.
Yeah, and see, Ree, that's another person I know, right? Cherie, her and my buddy Reggie have been, as long as I've known them, they have been best friends, right? But
Hmm.
again, nothing's hidden. Everything's on the surface. They go at each other. They yell and
Hmm.
fuss. She's, we were not, Perry, yes, you are. She
It's
says you're
Paris.
not the blue pen. Paris. She says
It's
yeah. She
pronounced
says you're
Paris.
not the blue penny. Yes, you are. There's T-shirts and everything. You should get your own gear. It's a real thing. Who else on here is part of that wonderful amalgamation of dynamic women? Who? Well, girl. I'm gonna kick you in the stomach for coming on here with this raggedy internet. Do you?
Okay, so take me off the camera for a minute and keep
It's not.
talking.
It's not going to help me do it. It's you. Don't. But you can't touch anything. Don't touch a thing.
I'm not going to tell, but I just need you to take.
Okay. I just want to know what else we need to cover because then we can put a bow on this, and then you can give your mother back her internet. Um, tackling hard conversations. What do you not say to me, or do you know that there's a time like when y'all say he's on one? They're just like, yeah, I'm just going to leave him alone.
Um, Probably going back to divorce times,
Oh, that's 20 some years ago.
but that was, yeah, that's Black History in this
Then we
February.
have ignoring
I'm
people's opinions, and then evolving and cheering along the way. Yeah, like I was really excited when you did
You've
the
always been,
comedy thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've always been that.
Hmm.
You've always, pushed me. Because I would talk to you after class, and I just remember being on that high.
Hmm.
Coming back from driving back from Philly, and just so excited, and just the writing process.
And don't forget the
Yeah,
by the, I'm
yeah,
here for the tears. I'm here for all of it. Pam says call me on
yeah, yeah.
FaceTime after. I don't know who she saw. I don't know if she's saying that to me or you. Oh, maybe it's the three of us. Maybe it's a meeting. I
Who's that?
know
Pam?
Abronia. Yeah, I know Abronia. So anyway, so hey, so you all get like 4 minutes. Hit us with questions. Like you can ask anything you want. I have nothing to hide. This is probably the most loose podcast I've ever done because it's you. I don't think still people never really seen me really just let it rip because I don't think people could survive that. Yeah, like
No,
Riri, I
you
don't know
you
how
can.
you guys did that in the environment that you guys were in either, right? And that's so. So here's the thing, right? And so you
Hmm.
know Riri.
Yep.
So Riri and Reggie, um, were best friends again. As long as I've known both of them, they've been best friends.
Hmm.
And for a long time, Ree was single, Reggie was married, but they made it they made it work. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
they can, you know, but again, it's always in the open because I know Reggie's wife will come down and spend time with Ree when he's nowhere around. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. The
Right.
stuff you guys do in secret, like just forget all that. That stuff is never going to work.
Right.
That is never going to
Right.
work, and
Right.
it's really disingenuous, and you got to go through all these extra hoops to try to make something seem like something that it's not, or that is
Right.
yeah, exactly the way just that I said it. So here's the thing that again, it's a real friendship if it's been tested. If you guys never been through anything, I don't care if it's your male, female, female, male to female relationships. If it's never been tested, just don't call it a friendship, and stop. Just
Hmm.
don't bestow that distinction on people before it's been earned. You could have some things in common. You could like some of the
Yeah.
same things, But some of you have also found that your friendships are circumstantial.
Yep.
They're based on proximity, right?
Yep.
It could be through a common struggle that you're going through. But then when those things change or dissipate, like here's the other thing I give you credit for. And you know how it is when you move away, maybe some people don't know that all those interactions don't remain sticky,
You're right.
right? Like when I was in Philadelphia, I knew countless people, and a lot of them I would have called friends. Well, I only went to the Midwest. It's literally an hour time difference, and those
Mm-hmm.
relationships just fell off. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't
Yeah.
happen. That didn't happen with
That's
our friendship.
proximity. Mm-mm.
Right. So
I got
some
off a
of you
plane and
all
came
think
out
you
to
have
St.
friends.
Louis.
Yeah. But some of you all think that you have friends. Eh, these are more situationships, and I don't mean anything sexual by that. But until
Right.
there's
Right.
been some adversity, until there's been a change in circumstance, until there's been, a change in career, it could be through a loss of something or someone, there has to be something that really brings it to the surface that allows you to see what you have. And the one
Elevation
that
in
bothers
life.
me, say it again.
Elevation.
Right. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, right. And so you think about kind of what's changed in our lives social economically in that
Mm-hmm.
time frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot. Um, so here's the one I wanted to say, and you interrupted me, and that thought just went right out of my head, Dana. Thank you for that. Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
that.
You're welcome.
But I do believe that these relationships, these friendships, have to be tested. Oh, here's what it was. For the life of me, and Puri, I'm asking you specifically because you may know about this, and only because I just learned your name. If I say it 3 times, then I'll know it forever. How is it that I will hear someone claim that this person is their super close friend? I can't. This woman is driving me crazy with this frozen thing. She's gonna hear it. Hey, that's not helping. All right, this is my most important
What you
point.
want me
Then
to
we're gonna
do?
end this. I don't know at this point. Just be still, then we won't know if you're frozen. Don't move. You're never gonna hear the end of this. All right, help me out. People who say that they have friends. You guys are so close. You've been friends for so long. That person does either one time or repeatedly does something that really bothers you. You don't like it, it's hurtful, it's whatever, and you all never talk about it. But this is your
Mm.
very close friend. What is that about? Help me out. I'm
Not holding each
listening.
other accountable.
Right. Have either of your significant others have an issue with your BFF which altered the relation? No, not here. Were they
Mm.
jealous of your relationship, and how are you? No. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, they're not. But why are they wasting their time lying to each other? Like people to say
Mm-hmm.
they're friends, and if you listen to them at one point, you think that they can't stand each other. So, Parit, so in my situation, no, it's never been an issue. It's never been an issue. Um, you see what I'm saying? Like it's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I just don't understand that dynamic. Like, what is wrong with you? Why would
Mm-hmm.
you? Why would you do that? And it's almost like the split second you out of that person's presence, you got 10 things that you can't stand them about. That you can't stand
Right.
about
Right.
them.
Right.
Why? Are you afraid to not have them in your life? Or do you get something out of it? Do you owe them something? Um, Going back to earlier, what if one of you gets married and want you to talk to them? Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, so if so, I'm married. Dana's basically part of the family there, so that's not an issue on my side. So when I mean, you got to think, right? Can we say how old you are? Can we do that on
Yeah.
here? How
Yeah.
old are you? Say it.
52.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, that's right.
52.
I keep thinking you're 54 or 55. But you got to figure, right? She's gonna end up with some super old dude. I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah, it'll be fine. Again, he won't be able to
Well,
hear
you
most
know
of what's
what?
being said.
I've never said this to you, but there was a person, and you know who I'm talking. I'm not gonna say their name.
Hmm.
There was a person that I dated briefly. Brought him to your house. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I remember, you know, having a conversation, and he kind of insinuated that, you know, what is this? And I'm just like,
To
it
you
is
or to
what it
me? Because I
is.
have no memory of that.
To me. No, to
Oh, I
me.
was going to say,
I never told you.
but he's the one
I
that
never
I
told
thought
you.
was gay anyway, right?
Huh?
Is that one? Is that the one I thought was gay? I think it was the way he was
Oh,
kind of watching me walk out the room one time. It's like, yo, man,
oh,
like,
God. Oh, Lord. My God. Uh, yeah. So, well,
all right, we're gonna put a bow on this. We've been on here for an hour. We're gonna put a bow on this. If you didn't see it, okay. So, but Mark, so you said some people pretend to be close to advance themselves in professional or personal aspects. That is very true. Those are
hmm
gaming relationships, not real. Right? He says I'm liking raw Jerry. This is slightly thawed out Jerry, Mark. This is not raw Jerry. This is not the full thing. But I mean, a lot of things go through my head. But I think that's a great point. Now I'm being called sick, so now we gotta go. But but anyway, so this is I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of this other than we had this amazing time together. But to talk,
this was
but
a
I think
sneak
I
peek
thought it
of
was
what we.
important.
This is conversations we have daily. So
Oh God, it's so
this is a
bad.
sneak peek. This is just it's on the yeah.
But
It
I
can be a
did good
lot
though.
more.
But I did good because I said I
You
wasn't going
did
to get
good.
you. I did. I said I was going to let you slide today because you leave the door wide open, and I'm in there every single time with a zinger.
That's
I did
okay.
good. I didn't want to take you
Yeah, you
down in front of
did.
everybody. I didn't want to take you down in front of everybody. All right. Thank you guys for the questions. Thank you guys for your participation and joining us. This is wild. I've never had a podcast episode like this before.
This was fun.
My sister says I enjoy.
Who? Which one?
Oh,
Myra?
Marie, are you don't listen, don't tease me with a good time. I'll come. Marie, don't she said I'm invited to the next one. I have to come back to the East Coast
Marie?
anyway before I head out of the country. So let's do that. All right, so we got to pick. I'm gonna let you pick it. So you wanted a Mina song. What do you want to go out on?
Let's do yeah, let's do Amina.
Poor Girl or I See You. Let's do Poor Girl's like my favorite.
All right,
All
well
right, we
do
doing that.
yeah.
All right, peace in the streets. Reese said she doesn't want it to end.
Well, I was born in 99,
We can do
right
part
there in the
two.
summertime. Mama said I had the biggest overbite.
I'm gonna bring my
Poor
sisters on
girl.
here.
Oh, I had the
They're
kindest
not ready.
eyes, a smile big enough to light up the whole sky. Just a little too shy. Poor girl. So I sang to the moon, 'cause I
We're gonna give them one look
knew
and then we
she
out of here.
liked it too. I was just a poor girl living in a rich man's world, doing my best to fit in. Oh, I was just a small girl running through this big old world. So glad that I didn't, 'cause I would have been missing